Ladies and gentlemen, this is the ultimate beginner's guide to Cursed Blade, okay, on Roblox. So here it is. I'm gonna try to cover literally everything in this video. I'm trying to not leave anything out. What's the idea of the game, and I'm also going to be grading the game as I go along, telling you guys what I like about the game, what I don't like about the game. If you don't, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to do that right now, because I specialize in dungeon content on this channel. I do some other things here and there as well. I like myself some blocks, fruits, blocks, pieces, all of the pieces out there. I'll take them all. Yeah, if you enjoy that kind of stuff. And by the way, below the okay, ADHD kicking. Let's go. Alright, Cursed Blade. This game was brought to my attention just a while ago, and yeah, because we have some issues. You know, dungeon leveling origin was taken down once again. It won't come back. The owner said that he's going to be working on a new game, so we kind of have to like look for a few games that are, you know, just traveling along. And Cursed Blade is a game that I think is quite interesting. It does come with its flaws. It's not like what I think of the game is like it has a nice baseline off of it, which we're going to talk about more towards the end. But let's talk about what the actual ideas of the game. So basically, this is an item farming game. You run through dungeons, so to speak. I mean, I like to call them dungeons, but, you know, they're kind of dungeons, but kind of like a little bit more open than a normal dungeon would be. There's no time. There's no timer. You can hop in and hop out whenever you want. You level your stuff. I'm also going to give you one of the best builds that I have found so far, especially for beginners out there. And, yeah, let's go and start. So you're going to start off in this lobby right over here, and over there you can start doing your battles. I do highly recommend you joining the group. You can claim your freebies. Sometimes it's a little bit of coins, sometimes it's something else as far as I know, but you know, for the beginning it's really good. Later on it doesn't really matter that much because you'll be making some more money. Yeah, there's a few other things that you need to talk about. There's a little bit of a tutorial going on in the top left, and I do suggest you to play that tutorial, because that game that tutorial kind of teaches you, or the quest line kind of teaches you a little bit on what you want to do with it, and where you have to go, and it also gives you quite a lot of EXP, so make sure to always run it to the furthest as you can go. The Bob guy, you will also encounter a lot doing that, because he's going to give you the quests that you need to, you know, do and enter the battle for. But before we're going to do that, there's something else that I want to talk about here, and before we're going to get into all of this technical stuff, because in the beginning this could look a little bit overwhelming, but it's actually not once you actually know what's going on. There's this thing called talents, which is over here, which is really awesome. Basically, you have a power, agile, and wisdom tree that you can go for. Wisdom is basically, if you choose to stat wisdom, you're gonna do more magic stuff. Agile is always good either way, because agility is really good for you to be a little bit faster, have a little bit more attack speed. The agility skill tree here is also pretty interesting as well, so I'm trying to level that up as well. But for me personally, the best in the game as a state of now is bows, and I'm gonna show you why in just a second. Anyway, so this is what I went with, which we're gonna talk a little more in a second. I just want to quickly show you the lobby a little bit more and the stats, and then the build wise we're gonna talk about the talents in a second. Of course, you do have your merchant here. You can sell and buy stuff here too. There's a little button down here in the bottom left which you can press, and you can literally select all epics and all of the commons and all of the things that you have, and you are able to sell all of that stuff. And it also only chooses the swords, so if you have like crafting materials, they're not being taken. It also shows you immediately how much you can sell it for, so let's go and sell that. And if we go to the merchant here and check the goods, there's a few things that you can buy. Now the fruits, they basically give you like an EXP boost to your farming. It's nothing too special. You can read the text up here. It kind of gives you an EXP boost. Some of those, like the radiant fruit, are extremely expensive, so you shouldn't be messing with that, especially in the early game. I also don't recommend you buying these random weapon crates. They're not worth it. They're not worth it, because you have a chance. It looks like you're gonna get a legendary out of it, but you're not. You sometimes get like some other stuff out of it, and it's just not good. It's not worth spending, I don't know, 9,100 euros. It's funny that they actually use euros here, so it's a European game, I would assume. But yeah, I don't recommend using that. So yeah, that's what the merchant is there for. I would use it literally to get like boosts, or just sell stuff and see what's gonna be added like sooner or later into the game. Anyways, Then we have the Blacksmith. The Blacksmith is a little bit more complicated. It has quite a few things. You can craft equipment in here, which you can see. These are accessories only, because getting accessories in this game is a little bit funky. You get them with the pass, which is over here. There's like a pass going on. There's a free pass too, which you can level up with your dailies as well. And you can get like these crates, which is in here, which you are like these accessory crates. So this is like, for me, I think the best way of doing it. But again, if you go over here, if you're a little bit further into the game, I would assume like after level 25 to 30, you should be going into the Abyss Dungeon. And once you do the Abyss Dungeon, you're gonna get some crafting materials that you can then use in the craft equipment tab right over here. And then you can get the stuff that you wanna get. As you can see, I already got a few of those crafting materials here too. Alright, you can actually expand your backpack as far as I've seen here, which is pretty good. Oh no, you can't. I just read wrong. Never mind, scratch that. That never happened. It would have been nice though, because the backpack fills up so fast. But yeah, so we have a questline tab here as well. There's some daily quests that you can do by just doing simple things, kill a specific amount of elites, do this and that, yada yada yada. Some good stuff in there too. Main tasks in there too. Don't know what these coins do yet. Universal currency in games. Oh, it's just normal coins? Okay, it's just gold. It's euros? Is it euros? I don't know. Anyways, once you got that done, I think the more interesting tab is the Forge one, because you can do quite a few things. You can enhance your weapons, make them better. You can reforge them. You can extract a few things. You can remove the affixes. So an affix is basically down here. As you can see, these are affixes like attack deals on blah blah blah, restore this on blah blah blah. You can even re-roll those as well, randomize the values of all affixes. So if you have a good weapon that you really enjoy and you look at it and you just go like, damn, I don't really like what's in here, like for example the attack deals addition. Sometimes you actually get magic on it as well. I think one of my weapons have it. Let's go and see. Hold on. I think it's this one. So, yeah, there it is. So you can see my affixes here. They have some physical damage and stuff to it as well. But it also has, I don't know, like magical damage, which is not so very good. You can see physical damage increased by 47%, which is pretty nice. I didn't want it to change that. But I would assume that you could get better ones. Let's just try if I can actually do it for this video, for the sake of the video. And we did it, and it is still magical points. GG's. Okay. Did actually anything change at all? I don't even know. I didn't even see it. I would have thought it would, but I didn't see it. Something did change, but I think just the numbers changed. But whatever. Anyways, so, yeah, then we have this here. Defies a legendary weapon, locks in a fix so it cannot be modded. I would assume that that's pretty good. That if you have something really nice, a nice affix that you want to keep, that you can use the stone, the divine stone, to then lock that in peace so you can reroll the others as well. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in here. By the way, when you're doing the enhanced, was it the, okay, so the reinforced, by the way, you can see that my bow, let's see, my bow is on 0 out of 20. And that is a good bow. I wanted to do more damage. Wait, it was this one. Sorry. This one is already maxed out. And you can see that you can actually level it up here. You're gonna get yourself some crafting materials that you get along the way, you know, increases the reinforcements. It just makes it much faster. You can see the forge stone is the one that you usually use. You just start forging, and you can see that you get 5 out of 20. Basically, it's like upgrades that you can do on it. And once you max it out, you can see that there's a pretty big significant difference. If you get stuck somewhere and you have a pretty good weapon that you want to just like, you know, reinforce, you can see from 1,300, I can actually get this one up to 3,600 to almost 4,000. And oh wait, you can see. Wait, did I reroll those affixes? Was it this weapon? I think it worked, didn't it? Because look at that, the stun chance is there now. We have like more strength and stuff, and it looks better than before, doesn't it? Huh, wait, maybe it did work, and it just like switched over to another weapon once using it, maybe bug-wise, but damn, it looks pretty good. All blues. Damn. Yeah, let's equip that. Anyways, let's talk about talents here for a second, and skills as well. So in here, by the way, don't forget to, like, don't overlook this. In the bottom left, there's a way, which is title. And in these titles, you can actually choose some of the titles that you can unlock. You can also see which ones you can unlock over here. Like reach level 80, for example, you're going to get a 15% damage buff, which is nice. And there's a lot of titles that you can choose from that actually give you a lot of goodies in here. So make sure to... Was that my cat? Make sure to not miss out on that. Down on the bottom left, you can choose between 3 main stats. You have strength, agility, and wisdom. Of course, if you want to do magic stuff, you're going to put everything into wisdom. If you want to be a little bit faster, don't make this your main stat. You should choose between strength and wisdom. I went with strength. I'm going to show you why bows are just extremely overpowered. I just like the way of the bows. And yeah, let's go and do some battle. Oh no, actually, let's do some talents first, and then we're gonna do some battle. In the talent section, I just went with what I thought might actually be better. Now, the way you gain these points is by skilling stats into your power. So the more you put into strength, the more stats you will have in your talents to actually choose from. Now, another thing that actually builds into that as well is that if you go into your equipment, and if you look through the equipment, sometimes you have strength in there. So this is 7.8 strength. That will be actually added to the talent tree too. So these 7.5 whatever I had on my equipment will be put into power as well. You can see that the skills cost 5 points each. You can spend those, so to speak. So if we have 105, we will have 105 points to spend. And you can deactivate those as well. Like rejuvenation, for example, I could deactivate that and, for example, use Tennessee. I still have a few points left, so I'm gonna put that into Tennessee right now. But yeah, overall, you can see these ones, they get more expensive as you go along, but they also become better. So, for example, something that I went with, for example, here is you increase the stun chance, which is really good. You can increase the stun chance here and your physical damage as well, which is going to be your shots with the bow. And then you can also see that here's another 10% stun chance there as well, by 10% too. And I also saw that there's like, you can combo off of that. Increases damage 25%. Wait, where was the 50% one? This one. Increases damage dealt to stunned enemies by 50%. So if you start building your stun chance with more percentage and then use, for example, this skill tree right over here, increases damage dealt to stunned enemies by 50%, you can combo and basically build off of your stun that you've got before going on as well. And obviously, the higher level you become, the better items and gears you get, the more you're going to be unlocking here and the more stuff you're gonna get the way you basically go along too. It also gives you some better info like that. If you press this, if you haven't seen this, this is just the normal way of looking at it, and this was the more detailed way that is going to show you some stuff. All right. Now, let me tell you why I think this bow is really good, especially in the beginning. It's called the Thorn bow. You can see you can get this Thorn bow quite a lot. I've gotten this before, and the skills on here are actually quite nice. So let's go to the highest level that I can go to, which is the Silver Village. Now, of course, the damage there is still going to be a little bit tougher on the edges because this is the hardest for me to go to. Hey! Oh my god, my cat is doing stuff. He's climbing. We don't want to. Let's do a little bit of a cameo. Da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum. While it's loading, we're gonna do a little bit of cat cameo. Hello. Yeah? Alright, go. You go. Go and hunt nothing. You know what I noticed? Cats, you're never gonna be as tired as a cat that has done absolutely nothing. They are so tired sometimes by doing nothing at all, which is really funky. Anyways, we're back in the game, so let's switch. There we go. Let's get into the game here. And first of all, why range is meta in Cursed Blade is because they basically, even if you start like hitting them. Wait, let's go a little further. Let's go like that. Can we still? No, it doesn't. Yeah, now it does. No, still doesn't. Can we still hit him? Yeah. So once you're using range. This is where I think the game kind of has a little bit of a downside. You can just do that and you don't get hit at all. Yeah. So basically, if you want to auto farm, or well, not maybe auto farm, but like safely farm, get a bow because they they don't start chasing you at all. I think that kind of needs to be the radius of the enemies trying to start to chase you. They should be kind of like at it. You have a little bit of a roll in here as well. Look at the R move as well. It's so extremely powerful, especially the Q2. The F move basically kind of like hits multiple people at once, as you can see here. The damage is absolutely insane. It is really, really strong. Like, I don't even have to do much here as well. I can just like jump around a little bit and just damage these guys like crazy. honestly. It's just extremely powerful. I mean, right now this guy is a little bit on the stronger side. As you can see, it takes a little bit longer to take out, actually. But, oh, we got something legendary. Legendary. Oh, hello. I like myself some legendary. Anyways, yeah, I think the bow is just extremely powerful. Now, I did find a way where you could, like, run faster with the bow. I forgot how to do it. Was it like when I use all legendary items or something like that? I don't even know. Wait, do I? Have I gotten? Yeah, let's see. So this one's on 3,100. How much is this one? 1,800. You know, why is this guy so extremely powerful, this boot? Is it leveled up? Is it upgraded? I don't know why this Shadow Vault or whatever boots are, why they are so strong. I have no idea. This is so weird. So let me test my theory here for a second. I wanna test my theory. I want to test this theory, that if you have all legendaries, that you get like some sort of a bonus. I don't know if that works. I'm gonna try to de-teleport and like, get back in, because that's how it worked last time. So when I started throwing bows, suddenly I was able to run fast. I still haven't figured out how and why that was a thing. But I'm gonna try to see if that was because I remember I was wearing all legendaries, but it could be something else. It honestly could be something else. But anyways, yeah. This is basically all I can give you so far, because the game doesn't really have much more than that. What do I think of the game? The game has a great baseline of a game. It's great because it has a nice baseline. The question is, what are they going to do with it now? Are we going to get some PvP? Are we going to get some boss hunts that we can actually do with some other people as well? I mean, we can already run together things because there's a party system in there, as you can see, which I think is awesome. But I don't know if it actually really works or not. Okay, so my theory is not working so far. It's not. It's not. But it's fine. It's fine. I'll figure it out along the way. I think the game is a nice baseline. The combat can be a little bit stucky, a little weird, a little funky, so to speak. It kind of feels like, I don't know, The Forge. You know, have you guys played The Forge? That's what the combat feels like a little bit to me. It doesn't feel very it doesn't give me like a feeling of, wow, this feels like fun combat. It feels like there's a little bit of a delay to it. I tested it on 4 devices, on my Powerhouse laptop, on my Powerhouse gaming computer, on my gaming laptop, and they all played the same. They all played a little funky. And I'm not so sure what it actually is, where that actually like comes from. So from the gameplay experience, the game gets boring to me quite fast. That's probably because the content is a little lacking. They've already announced that they're going to be adding more weapons to the game, and I'm really interested in that as well. I think there's like just more stuff to do. It's missing. It's kind of missing. Like right now, I'm almost through the entire storyline, so to speak, and I kind of like feel a little bored. There's no story to it at all, so you can't really call it a storyline. So there's no story at all, which is kind of missing to me as well. There's like nothing. It's just like the gameplay. It looks like a nice tech demo. The question is, what are they going to do with it now in the future? So I'm going to give it like a 6.5 out of 10 as of now. I think it's better than average. It has a nice baseline of an idea. I think it needs more polishing. I feel like things are not fully explained yet, and it's just like a little something missing. Definitely content-wise is missing. I have encountered a few bugs here and there that made me go like, ah, damn, now I have to relog again, and I have to do this and that again. So, yeah, there's a few things. It's definitely not perfect, but it's definitely also not horrible or bad in any sort of way. The idea is there. The question is, what are the future updates going to be, and how long are these updates going to take? Anyways, this is my full Ultimate Beginner's Guide on Cursed Blade. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you very, very soon in the next video. Thank you very much for being part of this channel, and I'll see you on the other one. Bye. Peace!